Story 1. The one I usually have is stress-free. I do whatever I want or nothing at all in my own way. Story 2. We are going to see our local theater's production of A Christmas Carol, and then we will drive around the city with friends to look at Christmas lights. My husband is staying home to make homemade lasagna for us when we get home. It is cold and snowy here. Story 3. The same as every Saturday. Pinky. Try to take over the world. Story 4. A good one. I woke up around 5:30 a.m. I made some breakfast and now I am playing ranked matches in Fortnite. Later today my wife and I are going to do DoorDash deliveries for some extra cash. Then we will probably come home, watch a good horror movie and go to sleep. This is going to be a great Saturday. Laughing out loud. Story 5. I am so sorry you're feeling this much pain. Losing a pet can feel devastating, and feeling guilty and overwhelmed is understandable. Are you thinking about ending your life, or do you have a plan right now? If you are in immediate danger, please call your local emergency number right now, 911 in the United States. If you are in the United States and not in immediate danger, you can call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you are outside the United States, please contact your local emergency services or your country's crisis line. You can also look up international helplines through the International Association for Suicide Prevention. If you can, consider reaching out to a friend, family member, or someone you trust and telling them how you feel. If you'd like, I can help you draft a short message to send to someone or to a crisis line. I'm here to listen. Do you feel safe right now? And would you like help with the original text once you're feeling a bit safer? Story 6. I am going snowboarding today. It will be the first time I go by myself since my friends all have severe social anxiety and are afraid to leave their houses. Story 7. I am hoping to have a relaxing Saturday. I have been working a lot and caring for 2 families through my retail job. Story 8. One that I desperately need Sunday alone to recover from. Story 9. It's a bad one. I'm putting up the Christmas tree today. I hate everything about it, but the kids want it up, so I do it for them. Story 10. If my car makes it because I am waiting for snow tires, I will be going to a friend's place for coffee for the first time. Another friend is supposed to come. We all ride horses together, but now we are extending the friendship beyond the barn. I hope the snow lets up. I am disabled and do not see many people. I am looking forward to the visit. Story 11. Entertain my 5-year-old. Then go out to watch hockey and drink beer. Story 12. Watching the Texas vs. Georgia Southeastern Conference Championship game. Celebrating or crying. Drunk either way. Also playing Indiana Jones, Marvel Rivals, Stalker 2, and 9 Souls. Story 13. We like to go on day trips on weekends to explore. We drive 2 hours to a small town with my wife to check out its Christmas decorations, shops, and restaurants. Story 14. I am smoking a joint before I pack my car and drive to look for geodes all day. Story 15. It's a busy day. Some pieces of equipment should arrive in the mail today, which means I can reassemble my media server. Story 16. This is a very sad day. I am putting my dog down tomorrow morning. I called out of work today so I can lie on the floor with her, spoil her silly, and cry. I am thankful for the 12 years I had with her. Story 17. A sad one. Like every Saturday, I will sit alone at home. Story 18. Try to entertain a toddler for 12 straight hours. God help me. Story 19. I am currently eating a pastry, sipping coffee, and getting married. Story 20. Fighting a cold. Yay, antibiotics. My wife is taking our older daughter to a birthday party. I am taking our younger daughter to a play place. Then lunch and a nap for them. I will buy some cryptocurrency and try to finish some Christmas shopping, but mostly I will zone out while listening to Buckethead. I cashed in a $20 lottery ticket and bought a pack of Cardsmith currency cards for fun. Story 21. This should be fun. My school is having its annual holiday craft sale, so my husband and I are going. Then we are going to Costco, Trader Joe's, and back home to finish decorating the house. I am excited. I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday. Story 22. I am trying to work overtime. I am the sole income earner in my household with my wife and 3 daughters. I am a paramedic earning $23 an hour, and on Saturdays they give us an extra $4 per hour on top of overtime pay. So my effective rate is $38.50 today. Story 23. It is supposed to snow a lot today, and my wife and I are both off. I ran out for eggnog and vanilla whiskey. It will be a Christmas movie and reindeer onesies day as we watch the snowfall and decorate our tree. The way our schedules work, we barely get days like this in December, so we will definitely make the most of it. Story 24. This is a very relaxed weekend. I moved into a new apartment last weekend. I plan to do nothing except spend time with my wife, smoke weed, and watch random videos on YouTube. Our son will be going with his grandma, so we do not have to worry about anything and can enjoy the time together. Story 25. If it warms up, I am going to go for a long walk with my dog. Story 26. I was out drinking with friends until the early hours of the morning. Story 27. Unfortunately, I haven't had a good one. I hope you have a sizzling Saturday. Story 28. It was all right. I spent most of the day in bed trying to recover from Friday night and was still a little under the influence. I drank a lot of coffee, more than 12 cups. Story 29. It is a relatively low-key day. I am going to a holiday arts market to look for a few gifts. Then I will go home to set up for a recording session tomorrow, and later I will go out for tacos with a friend. Story 30. Morning at home, afternoon at a movie, evening out to dinner with family and friends. Story 31. Mine was warm. We're at the start of summer now, and it was 4 degrees warmer than forecast. Took us all by surprise and made me realize I really have to get moving on making my summer shirts. Story 32. It's stressful. Thanks for asking. I misplaced my work headset and am still working. Story 33. Grilling ribs to celebrate my son's rite of passage. I might do some reading, work on a graduate school paper, and watch football. Dad life. Story 34. I'm doing Christmas shopping and trying to finish it all in one day because we are having an early Christmas get-together instead of being together on Christmas. Story 35. A movie matinee and then a bit of mushing on the couch afterwards. Story 36. A productive but fun day. I have a haircut early, will run some errands, and attend a holiday party for work. Should be nice. Story 37. I'm running a 5-kilometer race dressed as the Grinch, taking my kids to see Santa on a train, going to the winter market downtown, and ending the night with a Christmas pantomime. Busy holiday Saturday. Story 38. There are severe wind warnings, so nothing planned. I was hoping to go for a run, but I do not want to risk getting blown off a cliff. I have done more work on my do-it-yourself gnaw-holes for Warhammer Skaven terrain. I will put up the tree shortly and might watch the Penguin television series with a cup of tea afterwards. Story 39. Stretching, sauna, light chores, and possibly making some soup. Story 40. I had an outpatient dilation procedure yesterday for anal stenosis. Today I am resting and healing. Story 41. Same as always. I am not doing anything and prefer going out during the week when it is quiet. Story 42. It will be lovely. My girlfriend will accuse me of being a lazy fuck-up, and the children will fight. I love my weekends. Story 43. It is a busy day. I have to cut down a few trees, then come home and build a fire to clean my cast iron skillet. There are lots of small tasks, which is actually quite nice. Story 44. Productive, I hope. Printing materials for a card and board game I am working on, then testing and documenting. How about you? Story 45. Going to an antique mall to look for a few Christmas knickknacks. Story 46. I was voluntold to work this parade. After that, I will take my daughter and grandson to dinner while my wife is out of town. Later, I will come home and enjoy some scotch and video games until I'm ready to go to sleep. Story 47. Just working, laughing out loud, and watching some shows. Probably doing something fun after work. Story 48. Taking the kids to the ballet, attending the Christmas symphony with friends, cleaning the kitchen, and pretending I am going to stay up to play games, only to fall asleep in the chair in the living room. Story 49. I saw my daughter, her wife, and my 3-year-old granddaughter. It was a pretty good day, I would say. Story 50. Meeting friends and their children at a soft play center because the weather is awful. We'll end up with sore muscles and rum later, for sure. Story 51. It's a bad flight leaving at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with 3 layovers. I'll land in my home state tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Story 52. I did park run and tried a new course, which was awesome. Story 53. The kind where I'm hungover in King's Cross Station and still trying to remember which colleague I kissed at the Christmas party. Story 54. My wife is 38 weeks pregnant today. We have family coming to town that we have not seen in a while. Other than caring for my wife, the only thing I need to do is study for and schedule an exam for continuing education related to work. No matter what happens, it will be a good Saturday, full of love, laughter, learning, and maybe a good beer to end the night. Story 55. Having friends over and decorating gingerbread houses. Story 56. I will watch Formula One, put up Christmas decorations, go grocery shopping, work a bit, and play games a lot. It is going to be a good Saturday. Story 57. Going on an adventure with Indiana Jones. Story 58. My sisters and I will be going through and dividing up all of my dad's things today, so it will probably be difficult. Story 59. The kind of Saturday I have to spend at my cousin's birthday. Story 60. I have a wedding to attend. I'm going alone because my ex just broke up with me. Story 61. It's a really good one. I always do a double on Saturday mornings, bar then booty yoga. I get myself a coffee and do whatever I want all day since my boyfriend usually works. Today I am going to color, go for a walk, and possibly meal prep. Story 62. I am going to scroll through social media while thinking about all the things I should be doing instead. Story 63. The kind where I post on Reddit while pooping. Mission accomplished. Story 64. Holiday shopping and finally putting the ornaments on my tree. Story 65. Hopefully one that involves me sleeping in. It's 3:30 a.m. here and I just had a long night of poker with friends. Story 66. There is a possibility I will become a first-time father today, so I am pretty excited about the day, to be honest. Story 67. I'm getting some McDonald's for breakfast. I'm on my way to play disc golf and get a morning drink. I'll go home, take a nap, and probably watch movies for the rest of the day. Story 68. I got up at 8. I am going for a cheeky donut and a coffee, then doing some holiday shopping. I will watch a movie at home later. Story 69. Just lie back, play my game on my personal computer, and then go outside for a bit. Story 70. A day that gets progressively messier. I just had lunch with my aunt, whom I have not seen in years. I am now on my way to the countryside with a group of people for a walk and pub crawl. Then I will go back into town for a Christmas party at a venue where I work. Free bar, pub quiz, karaoke, the Lughole Olympic Games, and then disc jockeys afterward. Story 71. I have not slept since I got off work at 5 this morning. Story 72. Take a shower, mow the lawn, ride a bicycle for 10 miles, wash the car, make lunch, watch Netflix and relax, play video games on the PlayStation 5, scroll through Reddit. Story 73. I'm at a car service appointment now. Later I'll go for a run before settling in to watch college football and try our homemade jalapeno-infused vodka. Story 74. The usual. Get coffee on the way to the market for food. Return home to do cleaning and laundry. Go out again to find Christmas clothes. Then come home to play games, eat, and drink. Story 75. I went to the shops. I'm way more pissed than expected and not far from bed. Best Saturday in quite a while. Story 76. I have never had a bad Saturday, but some are better than others. Story 77. I'm going to play Call of Duty, hang out with my twin and play guitar with him, then go sledding with my partner and their little sisters. I think today's going to be pretty alright. Story 78. I was working very hard in 0-degree temperatures while very ill. Story 79. Marathon clean. I feel the house has been neglected for the last week because I was unwell. Story 80. That kind of situation causes me stress and anxiety about a career choice that was very wrong. I am suffering. Story 81. It is going to be pouring rain here in Vancouver. It looks like a great day to start and finish the Penguin miniseries. Story 82. I just had my first full Saturday off in a while. I ate a corn dog, played a lot of guitar, defeated an annoying boss in Dragon Quest III, and discovered a new Japanese punk band. It was basically the best day ever. Story 83. I'm taking my 3-year-old niece to a Santa parade, so I'll need lots of coffee. Story 84. Grocery shopping with my wife, buying edibles and doing some chores, doing some baking and hoping for intimate time, but my wife has homework and finals next week. I am mentally preparing for a 12-mile ruck tomorrow. Story 85. Productive and happy. My wife and I have a list of things we are going to do together. Half are fun and half are domestic chores that are fine to do. Story 86. It is a business day where I live. If we have a public holiday falling on a Tuesday or Thursday, we are required to work a designated Saturday beforehand and get the connecting Monday or Friday off for a 4-day weekend. We also do the same for Christmas Eve, so we have business days. On December 7th and 14th, then get December 24th, 25, 26, and 27 off, plus the following weekend. That means if you take 1 day of paid time off for December 23rd, you can have December 21st through 29 off completely. With 2 days of paid time off, your last business day in 2024 is Friday, December 20th. As a bonus, I work from home and most of my team is in another country without these rules, so they are off. It is just 3 of us sending memes on Slack and keeping the mouse moving so we appear present. Story 87. I am going for a short run, then finishing a list of errands I have not been able to complete. I am excited because one of my stops is a small shop that specializes in locally produced food. Tonight I am getting together with my mom, sister, and nieces to watch a terrible Christmas romantic comedy. It should be a good day. Story 88. This is a fun one. Today is the 24th annual Christmas party for my mom's side of the family. Story 89. I am going to my orthodontist appointment. Later I will read, play Minecraft, relax, and watch Penn State versus Oregon. Story 90. I am mostly cleaning the house because my husband makes excuses for not helping while I am at work. Do not get married, kids. Story 91. I am working, but I am bringing Christmas gifts I made for 3 coworkers and their cats. Story 92. I'm working, then I'm gonna watch professional wrestling and read some comic books, so it's pretty solid, I guess. Story 93. I made corn muffins with my child, completed the Home Depot Kids Workshop project, watched the Premier League, and later hid out in the man cave with a beer. Story 94. It's my birthday, so I hope it's a busy night at the restaurant I own. That would make me happy. Story 95. It is my dad's 80th birthday today. We are picking up lunch and going to his house for a birthday party. He is a pretty awesome guy. Story 96. Living in the moment with appreciation for my life and family journey. Some bad news is coming for me this week. She does not know that I know. I will pretend and savor the time for a little while. Story 97. It's a Christmassy one. We're decorating inside and finishing the outside, getting our tree, and the part I'm most looking forward to. 4 families are coming over for pizza and an awesome lights parade that passes our house. My daughter is 2¼ years old. She is so into Christmas this year. Story 98. So far, I have had a warm cup of tea and will go to the gym. I do not want to go, but I will. I will call a friend to catch up with her about her treatments later. And, in between, I am trying to let my emotions flow. The children are with their father, so I can shut down a little. Story 99. A busy day, going to the Amnesty International letter writing event. Story 100. I plan to enjoy my day after nearly 2 weeks off work. I will try not to dwell on the problems in my life. I will probably play some video games and may do yoga or tai chi if my injured back does not hurt more than it does now. Story 101. I have a dance recital for my almost 3-year-old. I'll work an hour or 2 for the startup, then end the day at a Christmas caroling event before putting the kids to bed and spending time with my wife. Story 102. It is cold. I will put up with it and go for a run anyway, and then maybe buy some groceries. I should probably vacuum my basement. I do not know why the last owner put so much carpet down there. Story 103. I will be taking a final exam in 4 hours and 5 minutes that I did not study for. All questions are short answer, so I am just waiting for the death sentence at the moment. Story 104. I am meeting a friend I have not seen in a while. We will do a gin tasting and then maybe have seafood. After that, I need to finish shopping for the birthday of my wife and I will head home. Story 105. I do the same thing every Saturday. I do the laundry and clean the kitchen. I have to rotate what my dad is not eating with what he is eating. Otherwise, I will just lose storage space. The trash needs to go out. I also need to find something to do with all the excess Tupperware people keep giving me. I appreciate people swapping food, but please take back your containers. Story 106. Company Christmas party tonight after working all day. I am trying to figure out why I let my boss guilt me into responding yes. Story 107. I am leaving today on an international mountain biking trip. I am very excited. Story 108. I am a school bus driver sitting in the parking lot of a swimming competition, waiting for the swimmers to finish so I can take them home. Watching the parents decide where and how to park is quite entertaining. Story 109. I am going kayaking in the local springs and hope to see manatees. Story 110. I was going to get a Christmas tree with my children and parents, but one child is sick, so we are watching movies instead. Story 111. A rubbish day. I'm ill and so are my 22-month-old twins. Give me strength, I'm exhausted. Story 112. I'll lie in bed and cry all day. My dog died on Thursday. The dog was supposed to live forever. Story 113. I don't know. My daughter decided to wake me up at 5 a.m., interrupting the most restful sleep I have had in weeks. She is cute, so it is fine. I cooked a nice breakfast. I am going to watch the Southeastern Conference Championship. Go Longhorns. It should be a fun day. Story 114. I am busy this morning. I am watching my 2-year-old, setting up Christmas lights, delivering cookies to the neighbors, virtually attending a wedding, and possibly going to a Christmas party. Story 115. I just arrived in America to visit my family, and now I am sick as a dog. I am going to play Civilization 6, use my vape pen, and be babied by my parents. Overall, it should be a good day. Oh, and I will probably soil my pants. Story 116. Delivering mail will be challenging. Holidays for the United States Postal Service are chaotic. Story 117. Today is a dad day for me. I am taking my family on a holiday hayride, including my sister, my nephews, and my mother Mimi. Later, my wife is going to a friend's Christmas gathering, and I will be watching the boy. Story 118. I woke up wanting to sketch, but it seems my cat has run off with my eraser again. I think I will just start making breakfast for everyone instead. Laughing out loud. Story 119. I might go to Union Square today. There is a pop-up Christmas village. I will get a hot chocolate and do some shopping. Maybe when it gets darker, I will go to Rockefeller Center to see the Christmas tree all lit up. Story 120. I would appreciate it if a few people would support my small business. I am an independent Amsoil dealer. If you make a purchase, it would help me grow my business. Story 121. I have to work in a few hours and have not gone to sleep yet, so that is rough. The dental assistant I am seeing brought throat-numbing spray from her work for after our date, so I would say it is going to be a pretty good day. Story 122. I had an accident and crashed my bicycle. Fortunately, it was not serious. I only scratched my knee and hurt my left arm slightly. The bicycle is not damaged except for some scratches. Story 123. So far, it has been extremely boring. I will watch some movies later, though. Story 124. Very productive, riding a dopamine wave, finishing my structural modeling lingering assignments for final submission. I worked very hard on the big final project and received a score of 100. I am very motivated to finish strong. Story 125. I am on the way to Nashville and will not check my bank account until tomorrow morning. Story 126. Relaxed, I hope. With 2 children under 10, you never know. Story 127. I was up all night using cocaine. I'm about to make breakfast, then hopefully adopt a dog. I have a craft day with friends, and later I will get supplies to make sushi tonight. Maybe see Wicked. Story 128. I am starting the morning smoking some burnt ends for a Christmas party with my in-laws and extended family. I am extremely hungover. Story 129. Shit. I was supposed to be going out tonight for a meal, but I had a big argument with my partner and she has gone out. The reservation has been cancelled. I'll have a few beers once the kids are in bed. Story 130. A slow one. It's going to be a lay around and binge watch television kind of Saturday. I can't remember the last time I did that. Story 131. Good. I am going to my son and daughter's-in-law's house to put up a fence with my parents. We will have lunch with them and hang out afterward. Story 132. I finished my morning shift and am ready to take a nap. After I wake up, I will wash my clothes at the laundromat. Story 133. If I can get through my morning meeting without getting upset, all will be good. Then I will go out to supper with friends. Story 134. My wife tells me how to put up the Christmas decorations, even though I have done them the same way for the last 4 years. Story 135. Christmas decorations. 25 degrees. Under the direction of my wife. Figure it out. Story 136. Watching football, teasing my preteen daughter, and lying around the house. We got up early. We went to the meat store and bought leg quarters for barbecuing. I am going to stuff my face and hope for a win. Story 137. One where I'm at work all day and come home in time for bedtime. Story 138. Hopefully one sober day or more. I'm trying to recover from alcohol. Story 139. I'm lying on the couch reading with my first coffee since 7:30 a.m. I'll probably have a second cup. Some Christmas baking and cleanup, and the grand finale is babysitting an 11-month-old great-nephew for a few hours tonight. Pretty great day. Story 140. Lots of sports. 3 children are committed to different activities. See you at 10 in the evening. Story 141. I usually work on weekends, so today is family time. I am taking my 14-year-old to a skate park for the first time. Then we will go thrifting and visit the funky part of town with the cool record stores. If we spend no money, that is a bonus. Story 142. Blissful relaxation after a late afternoon Advent gathering. Story 143. I am about to watch my 2-year-old grandson for a while. This evening I will play drums with my band at a private party we were hired to perform. Story 144. I am going to have an awesome Saturday. I hope it begins with morning sex. There is no better way to start the day. Story 145. I had coffee early, did some grocery shopping, attended a brewery anniversary party, and stopped at a coffee roastery before having dinner at home. I have been looking forward to today. Story 146. Today is the busiest day of the year at my job. I will be working 12 or more hours. Story 147. It will be a very relaxed day with the children. It is raining heavily where we live, so we will probably do mostly indoor activities such as puzzles, baking, and possibly wrapping Christmas presents if the children go to their grandmother's house. Story 148. I am boarding the Polar Express with my wife and 2 daughters. Story 149. The kind where I skip my Adderall and actually have a great daytime nap. I finally have a day with nothing planned so I can relax and turn my brain off. Story 150. Going to the hardware store, then grocery shopping. Maybe I'll play Factorio because Gleba has confounded me. Story 151. I will probably fill out more job applications with little hope of being hired. I will take a walk, eat, relax, and watch Star Trek this evening. Story 152. I will be alone for the first time in months because my spouse is out of town. Story 153. I got to hang out with my son this morning while my wife was working, and then we are going to pick out our Christmas tree at a local farm. That is pretty awesome. I also had a little time to try Marvel Rivals while everyone was still asleep. It is pretty fun. Story 154. There is talk of going to the Bay Area, possibly Berkeley. Story 155. Well, Our Saturday has been spent looking out the window as rain and wind pound the town of York. We need to get ready to see Jimmy Carr at the Barbican, but we still have to find a place to eat. The bar downstairs, where we had a lovely meal a few days ago, is hopping with activity, so we have nowhere to eat. Help! Story 156. I am driving 800 miles in good weather. Do you all have any podcast recommendations? Story 157. I stay home every Saturday. I'm just saving my money. But I recently met a girl and I'm going on a second date next Saturday, so I'm excited. She lives 3 hours away in Orange County. I'm sad I'll have to spend more money now, but I'm happy to meet someone. Story 158. I am sick, the kind where I alternate between running to the bathroom and passing out on the couch. Story 159. A chill day where being lazy is okay. Closing on a new home Wednesday. Just relaxing close to the finish line. Story 160. My wife and I go to play bingo. I have been several times but have never won. Story 161. I'm currently earning overtime pay for the first time since spring. I'll pick up pho for lunch and then play Factorio. It's a good day. Story 162. My friends and I are having our annual garage party. It will be a potluck with American football and gambling games in a heated garage with 3 large screens and plenty of beer and bourbon. Story 163. I'll be drinking by noon, cooking a steak at 6 or 7 and passing out by 9. There's a lot of snow where I am. Story 164. We've had a very busy couple of weeks and don't have anything planned for today. We'll get out of the house and do something spontaneous. We have a busy week coming up. Story 165. Studying for finals all day at work during a 12-hour shift. Story 166. I am grabbing coffee at the moment. It is 8:50 in the morning. I am about to head to the local park for a holiday event where a childhood friend has a tent. I will support her and her husband by purchasing their product. After that, I will do a few chores and walk the dog. Nothing else is planned before I meet my best friend to play pool tonight. Story 167. My Saturday involves indoor activities, connecting with my family, and catching up on my favorite series. Story 168. We get a Christmas tree and decorate the house. We put away our outdoor furniture and remove window screens. We get our French bulldogs new winter jackets. We hang out with good friends in our ugly sweaters. We enjoy the season. Story 169. Have breakfast with the family, clean up the house a bit, then play Grand Theft Auto 3. Story 170. Do household chores, watch a soccer match, smoke, cook a good meal, go to the gym. Story 171. I am at work now, but after that I will be at home making paintings. Story 172. I am going for a run and will listen to music. Story 173. Smoke a joint. Enjoy my Spotify Premium. Eat in a calorie surplus. Watch Monster 2004. Story 174. I am spending the day drinking and watching Netflix Christmas movies until I believe in love again. Then, hopefully, a girls' night where I will pretend I can sing karaoke. Story 175. I am going to watch a gymkhana for the first time later. This is day 2 of getting my camper out of travel mode and into living mode. I arrived in Arizona yesterday. I am preparing for a short trip to Mexico next week. Story 176. I have to clock in at work at noon. I will have a smoke, eat breakfast, and get a haircut first. Maybe I will get lucky and get a ticket to a Kendrick Lamar concert today. Story 177. I am slightly intoxicated at a church Christmas bazaar. After that, I am going to study for finals with a friend. Story 178. I am working at the store I co-own with my parents. It is cold today, but we have a Facebook advertisement running with a lot of traction, so we will probably be busy. This evening, I have an event in the Mafia game I play with several friends, so I will be tied up. Story 179. We were closed last night and are opening this morning. Tonight we have a date night at a brewery and a Christmas parade. I hope it goes well, although I might be a little sleepy. Story 180. The kind of pose a flamingo has with its neck wrapped in a bow. Story 181. Sign the lease on a new place and write my research paper. Prepare for a first date tomorrow. Story 182. Long work day, but it is rewarding to chase down opportunities. Story 183. I said a final goodbye to my girlfriend of 4 years, then drove across half the country while crying. Story 184. It's my birthday today, and I'm going out to Korean barbecue and hot pot with a bunch of friends. I've never had this type of food before, and I'm super excited. Story 185. A tough one. Santa has taken my daughter's pacifier for good, so I am taking care of a very angry child who is going cold turkey. Story 186. Lie on the couch watching Yellowstone until I finish this pot of coffee. Then I have a lot of laundry to put away. The dog needs a bath. I need to change my bed sheets and wash the towels. I will run to the grocery store to stock up for next week. I need to put away my Thanksgiving and fall decorations. I will take items to the recycling bin and add air to my tires. I have tomorrow to finish these tasks as well. Then it's back to the grind on Monday. Story 187. I am hoping to switch my car lease to a car loan and then go grocery shopping with my boyfriend. Story 188. I am working. Then I am going to take care of my tired girlfriend. We had our first baby on Thanksgiving, and we are exhausted, laughing out loud. Story 189. I am going to sleep until 1 in the afternoon and will be annoyed that my day feels so short, but I actually feel well rested for once. Story 190. Working another 10-hour shift, the 27th in a row with no days off. Story 191. I don't know. I'm just sitting around browsing the internet and playing games. I'm about to watch Mouse Hunt. Story 192. Cold and icy. I am on foot with poor balance. This could be interesting. Story 193. It was my work Christmas night out, so I ate a pizza and am watching Modern Family in the dark. Story 194. It depends on whether it will be inexpensive to repair our furnace or whether we will have to replace it. If we have to replace it, we will have to cancel our trip this summer. I am very disappointed and might cry. Story 195. I am not sure yet. I am either working or relaxing and trying to be happy with either option. Story 196. At home date night. My wife and I make what we call a snacky dinner, where we prepare a bunch of appetizers. Buffalo popcorn chicken, fried pickles, and pot stickers. After that, we either watch a movie or a show or play a board, card, or video game. Story 197. I donated blood this morning and will get very drunk later. Story 198. I'm managing work and cleaning. I live with my sister, who has been gone for 3 weeks. There is not much to clean, but I still need to do a thorough once-over. Story 199. It's my birthday. I just took in a new rescue dog. I spent the day with my family and the dog. Great day. Story 200. An awesome day. Going to open mat, hanging out with some cool girlfriends, then going to a concert. Story 201. I work at a very popular gas station. I am in charge of walking the mascot around and dealing with parents who want a picture with him, even when the child has tears streaming down their cheeks and is screaming because they do not want to be anywhere near the creepy moving creature. Those parents make me want to scream, but sadly the most I can do is say, he does not want to scare anyone, while keeping my forced customer service smile in place. Sigh. At least I got to cuddle my cats beforehand and get free soda, sweet tea, water, and coffee throughout my shift. Story 202. There are only 32 minutes left in Saturday. I plan to go to bed. Good night. Story 203. This is a sad one. The girl I was seeing didn't want to continue dating. It wasn't because of anything I did. She said I was perfect and sweet, but she had trauma from previous relationships and felt she was holding me back. She wanted me to be happy and to pursue my own life. Meanwhile, I just want her. Story 204. Exciting. Going to a birthday party, then watching the Penn State game. Story 205. First night off this week. I will be sleeping the whole day away. Story 206. I am going to breakfast with my mother-in-law, then I will probably play Veilguard while my wife plays her 5th playthrough of 3 Houses. Story 207. I spent lunch and the afternoon with my work colleagues. I had a nice steak and now I am lounging at Moments Lounge in Palmyra. It is a peaceful day. Story 208. I am a 38-year-old male. I am currently sipping coffee and listening to the Joe Rogan Experience. I will work on my car and clean what I can around the house. Later in the evening, I will engage in debauchery with my significant other. Story 209. Taking my kid to the Free Kids Workshop at Home Depot for the first time. That should be fun. Later, my brother and sister-in-law are hosting a tree ornament gift exchange party. No homes, no babies. Story 210. It was going to be a great day. I was going to see my sister for the first time in years and take her out on the town. We would have had some wild fun, all on my dollar. Cost was no issue. I just got a text from her saying she is not coming and does not want to see me. That is the kind of Saturday I am having. I hope everyone is doing well. Story 211. I'm going to have a very exciting Saturday full of cool activities. Story 212. Hike with the dog. Light housework. Go to the post office. Put up the last of the Christmas decorations. Do Christmas shopping. Be in pajamas by 7 p.m. Watch a movie. Story 213. It is pretty chill, I imagine. I am working all day on very little sleep, but I have coffee and I like my job and coworkers well enough, so I think it will be all right. Story 214. Attend a workout class, go to a hair appointment, prepare meals, and get the house ready for Christmas. Story 215. My son just tested positive for coronavirus disease 2019, so we will probably have quite a few quiet days ahead. Story 216. I met my girlfriend's family for the first time the other night. They have a Christmas tradition of renting cabins in Tennessee for a parade in the Smoky Mountains. Story 217. Cooking a brisket in the slow cooker and hanging out with my dogs and my husband. Story 218. My friend was having a birthday party today. I was sick earlier this week, so I was uninvited. I tried explaining that I am feeling better now and that it is not contagious, but my invitation is still revoked, so forget that, friend. I do not have any other plans, and I am looking for local events in my area. If I do not find anything fun, I will stay in and watch Netflix. Story 219. I am going to drink all the extra wine I got for Thanksgiving. Story 220. I slept 2 hours because I went to an after-party in Rivas, Nicaragua following a baseball game. I met a pretty Latina woman, so now we will go to the beach and relax in a hammock. I am dead tired, but I think it is going to be a good day. Story 221. It's a fucking great one. I'm having my birthday party today, planned by my girlfriend. Halfway through, she proposed and I became engaged. Story 222. I've been having a good day. I woke up early, walked the dogs, went to the gym, and dropped my son off at his father's for the weekend. I am about to see my second client of the day. I have a job I love, and after work I will babysit my grandkids while my older son and his wife go out on a date until 10 p.m. After that, I will go out dancing with my husband. Grandma needs her time to have fun, too. Story 223. Door-to-door salesperson in weather below 30 degrees. This will be a long grind, and I am not expecting much success given the bad reputation door-to-door salespeople have with homeowners and the fact that it is very cold. No one wants to open the door to the cold and let the heat out just to talk to a stranger. Story 224. Same shit, different Saturday. It is usually coffee, reading, Netflix or Max, and Saturday Night Live. I have to see Dick in a Box to start the season right. Story 225. It is conference championship weekend in college football, so I am going to be watching some good games today. Story 226. I volunteered to pack lunches for people experiencing homelessness this morning with my wife and kids, and now I am trying to fill the day with something to ward off depression. Story 227. I'm working 650 kilometers away from home. I wasn't sent enough of 2 small parts and have to wait until Monday for the machine shop to make them. I'll do what I can, then watch movies at the hotel. Story 228. Either playing video games alone or playing them with my friend while drunk. Story 229. A slutty one. I am going to an electronic dance music show with my buddy and this girl. We are going to be rowdy. Afterwards, there is a fair chance we may all come back to my place with my girlfriend and have some sort of double date foursome situation. Laughing out loud. It is unclear. Story 230. As Der Bingle, the great Bing Crosby once sang, I am busy doing nothing, working the whole day through, trying to find lots of things not to do. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.